This person is about to get arrested for talking your. My beloved child. Listen very carefully, because the words you are about to hear are not ordinary. They carry the weight of hidden truths that many have tried to bury. Tonight, the silence is breaking, and the secret that was whispered behind your back is about to explode like thunder. This is not just a warning, it is a revelation that demands your attention right now. Someone who thought they were untouchable has finally crossed the line. Their tongue betrayed them, and their arrogance has invited justice to their doorstep. They smiled in your face, pretending loyalty and kindness, but the truth is poisonous. Behind closed doors, they spoke your name with venom, twisting it into lies that spread like wildfire. What they didn't realize is that heaven was recording every word, and now the law is closing in. Even as you sit here, their time is running out. The footsteps of justice are echoing closer, and the handcuffs of truth are about to snap shut. They will be forced to answer for every word they spoke about you. My beloved child. The betrayal cuts deeper when it comes from someone close. This is not a stranger, it is someone who stood in your circle, someone you trusted. But the mask has finally slipped, and now the world will see their true face. The reason they are about to get arrested is simple: they could not stop talking about you. They carried your name to wrong places, plotting, twisting, and conspiring against your destiny. They thought gossip was harmless, but their words became weapons, and now those weapons have turned back on them. The very same tongue that tried to destroy you is the reason they are falling. Their lies caught the attention of the wrong people. Their whispers reached the ears of those who deal in law and truth, and now there is no escape. Child, the tables are turning before your eyes. The same mouth that cursed you will now confess under pressure. The same hands that pointed at you will now be cuffed in chains. My beloved child. You may not even know the full extent of their betrayal yet. But the truth is unfolding like a storm, and every hidden detail will be revealed. When the police knock on their door, they will finally realize the power of justice. They thought you were weak. They thought you would never know. But heaven has ways of exposing darkness, and every secret has an expiration date. That expiration date is now. Their downfall is not just punishment, it is a warning to everyone else who dares to use your name carelessly. No more silent suffering. No more invisible wounds. The one who hurt you with words will now be silenced by the law. The night they laughed at you will soon be the night they cry for mercy. But mercy has been withdrawn, because arrogance blinded them. My beloved child. Even in this painful moment, you are protected. What was meant to destroy you is now working in your favor. What was designed to break your spirit is becoming the very reason you rise stronger. Your name is being cleared. Your dignity is being restored. And their attempt to drag you into darkness has become their own trap. Every whisper, every rumor, every poisonous word they threw at you has been collected, documented, and sealed as evidence against them. They thought no one was listening. But heaven was always listening. They will not just be exposed, they will be remembered as the one who destroyed themselves by speaking against the chosen. Their reputation is falling apart piece by piece, just like a tower built on lies. My beloved child. The air is shifting, and the storm of justice cannot be stopped. Every hidden word, every crooked deal, and every whisper behind your back is now a weapon turned against the betrayer. They will be dragged out into the open, not by your hands, but by forces greater than them. The same streets where they once walked proudly will now watch their downfall. Neighbors will stare, whispers will rise, and their name will no longer carry respect but disgrace. Their mouth, which never stopped speaking against you, has written their own sentence. The papers are already moving. The signatures are already on the table. The officials are waiting only for the perfect moment to strike, and when they do, there will be no chance to escape. Their cries will not erase what has been spoken. This is not revenge, it is justice. They built their destiny with careless words, and now destiny is collecting its debt. The clock is ticking, and every second is pulling them closer to the sound of sirens. My beloved child, you have been patient through every insult, every betrayal, every backstab. But patience has now turned into power. The very one who mocked your silence will soon beg for mercy in front of the law. They don't know yet, but the walls around them are closing in. Every conversation they thought was private has been recorded in the book of truth. Every rumor they spread has already been traced back to them. Soon, the sound of heavy boots will approach their door. The knock will come, not gentle, but firm and commanding. And in that moment, their smile will vanish, and their pride will collapse. The person who once laughed at your pain will be the one trembling in fear. They will be escorted away in shame, and the same society they tried to poison against you will witness their fall. My beloved child, this moment is more than an arrest, it is a cleansing. It is the removal of poison from your life, the cutting away of darkness that lingered too long. Heaven does not allow such betrayal to go unanswered. Do you remember the nights you cried, asking why they hated you without reason? Every tear was counted. Every cry was stored. And now the answer comes, not in whispers, but in thunder. They will face the consequences not just in front of men, but in front of heaven. Their arrogance made them believe they were untouchable. But arrogance is always the beginning of downfall. Watch closely, child, because this chapter is shifting quickly. The one who hurt you is walking into the trap they created with their own hands. My beloved child, the silence of the night will be broken by the flashing lights. Their neighbors will peek through curtains, their friends will distance themselves, and their name will sink lower with every headline. For so long they believed they had the power. They thought speaking against you would elevate them. But instead, it destroyed them. What they said in whispers will now be shouted in courtrooms. What they planned in darkness will now be exposed in the light. Their own words will be the chains that bind them. You, on the other hand, will rise above this moment. Your story will not end in betrayal, it will begin in restoration. You will walk free, while they walk into judgment. My beloved child, the night is heavy with secrets, but those secrets cannot stay hidden anymore. The very ground beneath their feet is trembling, for truth is rising like fire. They will not be able to run, they will not be able to hide, the chains of their words have already bound them. Their own voice has betrayed them. Every insult they spoke, every rumor they planted, every scheme they designed has become evidence stacked high against them. The law is not coming for their silence, it is coming for their speech. Yes, child, their tongue became the weapon of destruction, but now it is the reason for their downfall. What they thought was clever manipulation is nothing but recorded proof of their guilt. Heaven was watching, and now earth is responding. Even now, behind closed doors, they sense something shifting. They hear whispers in the dark, footsteps in their imagination, but soon those footsteps will be real, their time of exposure is at hand. My beloved child. The betrayal was not small, it was deep. They did not just talk about you, they tried to bury your name under lies. They wanted others to see you as weak, to see you as broken, but heaven had other plans. The higher they tried to climb over your dignity, the faster they are falling into disgrace. Their name is collapsing like a house made of paper in the rain. What was once pride is now ashes. Even those who believed their lies are starting to see the cracks. People are whispering, something is not right. The same mouths they manipulated are now questioning their motives. Justice always comes at the perfect time, and that time is now. They cannot erase what they said, and they cannot escape what they caused. My beloved child. The day of their arrest will not be ordinary, it will be unforgettable. The sound of sirens will pierce through their illusions. The flashing lights will blind their arrogance. And the neighbors, who once listened to their gossip, will now watch them walk in handcuffs. Every secret meeting they attended will be exposed. Every phone call they made behind your back will be replayed in judgment. They thought their voice was hidden in the shadows, but heaven's echo carries every word. When the officers arrive, their face will turn pale. Their heart will pound. And for the first time, they will understand the weight of their actions. They will look for escape, but none will be found. This will not just be a punishment, it will be a lesson for everyone who dares to use your name for evil. My beloved child. Your pain is turning into proof. Your tears are turning into testimony. Every wound you carried in silence is about to be healed through justice. Do not think for a moment that heaven ignored your cries. No, child, heaven stored them, protected them, and waited for the right time to strike. That time has arrived. You will not need to lift a hand or speak a word. Everything is unfolding without your effort. What was taken from you will be returned. What was broken will be restored. The betrayer will soon sit in silence, staring at the walls of confinement, remembering every time they mocked you. Their laughter will turn into tears, and their arrogance will melt into regret. My beloved child. The night is no longer calm, the storm of truth is ready to break open. The betrayer feels it in their bones, a restless unease that won't let them sleep. Their walls are trembling because the hour of exposure has finally arrived. Even now, they keep glancing at their phone, worried that one more call, one more knock, will destroy everything. Their heartbeat races because they know deep inside that justice is close. They cannot silence what has already been spoken. The very friends they used to boast with have now vanished. No one wants to stand by them anymore. Their shadow is shrinking, their power is dissolving, and their downfall is no longer a secret, it is a spectacle waiting to happen. And child, you will not have to lift a single finger. Heaven's hand has already written the script, and it will play out in front of everyone who once doubted you. My beloved child. The moment is drawing near when their door will be knocked. It will not be the soft knock of a neighbor, it will be the hard, commanding strike of authority. Their body will freeze, their pride will collapse, and fear will take control. The flashing red and blue lights will paint their home with disgrace. The same walls that once echoed with their laughter will now echo with their cries. Their family will look on in shame, unable to protect them. And the society that once listened to their gossip will whisper about them instead. Their name, which they tried to raise by pushing you down, will now be dragged through the mud. The balance has shifted, and the truth is winning. For every cruel word they used against you, a chain will now be wrapped around them. For every lie they spread, another door of freedom will close before them. My beloved child, do not mistake this as ordinary punishment. This is divine justice clothed in human law. Heaven is aligning with earth to clear your name and restore your destiny. You suffered quietly, but heaven did not stay quiet. You endured betrayal, but heaven did not abandon you. And now, the proof of that is here. The betrayer's downfall is not just their end, it is your new beginning. Every person who turned their back on you will soon regret it. They will realize that you were the chosen one all along, and that touching your name with lies was their greatest mistake. Their arrest is not the end of your story, it is the start of your rise. This is the separation of shadow and light, of truth and lies. And truth is standing with you. My beloved child. Picture the moment, the betrayer standing at the center of their home, surrounded by flashing lights and cold voices of command. Their eyes wide with disbelief, their hands trembling as the cuffs are locked around their wrists. They will protest, they will cry, they will deny, but none of it will matter. The proof is too strong, the evidence too heavy. Their tongue created the storm, and now the storm is devouring them. You, meanwhile, will not be hidden anymore. This moment is the public clearing of your name, the announcement of your innocence. Even those who never believed in you will be forced to admit the truth. The betrayer's shame will be your vindication. Their downfall will be your rise. Their end will be your beginning. My beloved child. The streets are no longer quiet. Sirens cut through the night like swords of justice, and the betrayer's home has become the stage of their humiliation. Neighbors gather near their windows, whispering, pointing, watching the one who once walked proudly now bow his head in shame. The knock at the door shakes their spirit. Their legs refuse to move, but the sound grows louder, demanding obedience. With trembling hands, they open the door, and the light of justice floods in. The officers step forward with command in their eyes. You are under arrest, the words fall heavy, slicing through every lie, every scheme, every poisonous sentence they spoke about you. Their lips quiver, but their excuses dissolve into nothing. In that moment, their world collapses. The house that once echoed with their gossip now echoes with cries of despair. The same mouth that cursed your name now begs for mercy. My beloved child. The cuffs tighten around their wrists, locking away their freedom. Their pride shatters like glass on the floor. Every step they take out of that house is a step deeper into disgrace. The streets that once carried their arrogance now carry their downfall. People whisper, "This is the one who betrayed with words." Their reputation is broken beyond repair. And you, child, stand untouched. Your silence has become your strength, your patience has become your shield. You did not need to fight back, because heaven fought for you. Their arrest is not just their end, it is the evidence that heaven never abandoned you. The tables have turned, and destiny is now working in your favor. My beloved child. The news spreads quickly, traveling faster than fire. What they once tried to hide has now become a headline. Their name is written across papers and screens, not in honor, but in shame. The same people who once believed their lies now see the truth. Their eyes turn to you with respect, their words filled with apology. Your name is no longer whispered in doubt but spoken with reverence. You have been vindicated before all. Every tear you shed has turned into proof of your strength. Every wound you carried has now become a crown upon your head. And as they sit behind cold bars, you step into warmth, light, and new beginnings. My beloved child. Do you see how heaven moves? What was designed to destroy you has become the very reason for your rise. What was sent to silence you has now given you a voice louder than ever. Your destiny is no longer delayed, it is accelerated. Doors that were once closed will now swing wide open. Opportunities will chase you, blessings will surround you, and protection will never leave your side. The betrayer's downfall is proof that heaven fights for you. And their arrest marks the beginning of your restoration. What was taken will be returned, what was broken will be rebuilt, and what was lost will come back multiplied. Child, you are walking into your new chapter. The storm has ended. The sun is rising. Sparkles, and finally, my beloved child, remember this. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Rose. My beloved child. The night of sirens has passed, but the echo of justice still vibrates in the air. Dawn opens like a clean page, and your name shines on it without stains. What tried to bury you has become the foundation beneath your rise. The phones that once carried rumors now carry apologies. Messages arrive from faces that looked away when you needed them most. One by one, masks fall and truth stands without a tremble. The street remembers the flashing lights, but your heart remembers the hand that lifted you. You did not collapse beneath the pressure because grace became your spine. You walk today with a quiet strength that does not need noise. My beloved child. The file that once held twisted stories now holds evidence of your vindication. Every page turns like a wind that favors your journey. The seal of accusation is broken, and a better seal now guards your future. A letter arrives stamped with authority and warmth. It states your innocence with language that cannot be bent. It restores what was taken and announces that restoration has only begun. Heaven writes deeper than headlines and louder than gossip. The same crowd that watched a downfall now witnesses a coronation. The crown is invisible to eyes that chase trends, yet unshakable on a head chosen by purpose. My beloved child. The betrayer sits with the coldness of consequence around their wrists. Their words return as mirrors they cannot ignore. Silence finally teaches what pride refused to learn. You are not required to hate them, and you are not required to carry them. Forgiveness does not free them from justice, it frees you from weight. Release them to the law and keep your hands open for better gifts. Grief leaves in layers, but new light arrives in floods. You will breathe easier than yesterday and stand taller than last season. What broke you has become a doorway that now opens with your name. My beloved child. Your table will not be empty in this chapter. Invitations will come from rooms that once pretended you did not exist. Your chair will be pulled out with honor and your voice will be requested with respect. The project they tried to ruin rises with uncommon speed. Partnerships that were silent now find your number with urgency. You will choose carefully and build slowly because wisdom now sits beside you. Every promise due to you gathers into a river. Meetings align like constellations that were always meant to guide you. The timing is perfect in ways you could not have designed. My beloved child. A recording emerges from an unlikely source, gentle but decisive. It carries the exact words that turned lies into a case. No one can argue with the clarity of the sound or the certainty of the truth. Authorities file it with the rest of the evidence and close the loop that once felt endless. Your name no longer floats in debate. It lands in the book of cleared stories and does not move again. You will not chase explanations down every corridor. The record speaks without your breath. The truth stands without your effort. My beloved child. The day of court arrives, bright and unavoidable. You step through the doors with calm shoulders and steady eyes. Peace walks beside you like a friend that knows every hallway. The room hums with the tension of many lives, yet you are not shaken. The judge reads more than words and sees more than paper. What tried to blur you cannot survive inspection. A confession softens the air like rain. The betrayer speaks from a place that pride cannot inhabit. The case settles with finality that sounds like a closing gate. My beloved child. You leave the building lighter than memory. Outside, the sky feels newly washed. The city looks at you with a different face, and the ground yields to your next step. News travels to corners you never touched. It carries your name like a banner that refuses to fall. Friends you have not met yet make room for you at tables you have not seen yet. There is a difference between surviving and arriving. Today you have arrived. The map of your life redraws itself without the shadow that followed you. My beloved child. There is still a soft ache where the wound once lived. Breathe through it with patience and let clean light occupy the empty space. Do not rush the healing that wants to make you whole. Create a sanctuary where you once kept defenses. Place honest words where you once placed armor. Build a quiet ritual that tells your future it is welcome here. Drink water like it understands your story. Walk like the ground loves your footsteps. Sleep like the night sings your name. My beloved child. A mentor arrives with timing that feels like prophecy. They speak in blueprints, not in guesses. They hand you plans that know the distance between your dream and your door. You will revise the plan until it fits your breath. You will refuse shortcuts that sell your center. You will choose work that respects your heart. The next version of you does not perform for applause. It creates from a certainty that applause cannot produce. It stands when the room is empty and glows when the room is full. My beloved child. This season holds provision that traveled a long road to reach you. A refund finds you that never should have left you. An offer arrives that exceeds the language you used to ask. Do not apologize for answered hope. Favor is not theft and blessing is not manipulation. Receive with clean hands and generous intentions. Share with wisdom so the river remains a river. Plant where soil is honest and people are whole. Keep enough for your roots and plenty for your branches. My beloved child. The past tries to speak in old accents, but you will not translate it anymore. You keep the lesson and release the script. You carry the gold and leave the dust. There will be days when the wind remembers yesterday. Anchor yourself with what is true now. Reach forward with hands that are not chained. Your future waits like a city lit at night. Roads curve toward welcome signs you will recognize. Keys glitter in places you once called closed. My beloved child. You are not required to avenge or explain. You are invited to build. You are appointed to grow. A house rises from ground you once watered with tears. Windows catch the sunrise with gratitude you can feel. Rooms hold conversations that do not bruise. This is what happens when justice and mercy meet in the same chapter. Your portion is protected and your path is clear. Walk it with the dignity you earned by standing. My beloved child. The betrayer remains in the classroom of consequence. You are not their teacher and you are not their jailer. You are the traveler who continued. If they choose repair, that choice belongs to them. If they choose denial, that cost belongs to them. Either way, you choose peace that does not negotiate with chaos. Close the door gently and face the light. The sun is not behind you anymore. The horizon waits without argument. My beloved child. Before you move further, place your hand over your heart. Promise it that you will speak kindly inside your own walls. Promise it that you will not abandon it for applause. Protect your mornings from voices that still love smoke. Guard your evenings with rituals that return you to yourself. Hold your name like a candle you refuse to drop. When the next opportunity knocks, answer from wholeness. When the next room opens, enter with gratitude. When the next chapter calls, write without fear. My beloved child. Your story is not a courtroom drama anymore. It is a garden with gates that open for the right footsteps. It is a river that finds the sea without losing its name. You will notice coincidences that feel like handwriting. You will meet people whose presence feels pre-understood. You will land in moments that fit you like a tailored sunrise. Keep listening to the quiet that protected you when noise tried to swallow you. Keep following the peace that led you out when anger tried to keep you in. Keep honoring the truth that chose you before you chose it. My beloved child. Raise your head the way mountains hold snow. Breathe the way forests receive rain. Walk the way bridges believe both sides can be held. You are not returning to normal. You are ascending to necessary. You are not chasing closure, you are becoming completion. What began as a night of sirens has ended as a morning of songs. Your name no longer trembles under weight. Your steps no longer echo with fear. My beloved child. This is the benediction of the chapter that tried to unmake you. You are upheld by a mercy deeper than memory. You are guided by a wisdom older than worry. The world will see the fruit, but you will know the root. The world will hear your voice, but you will feel the breath. The world will witness your rise, but you will understand the hand. Go where you are sent and stay where you are planted. Speak when you are full and rest when you are poured out. Build what lasts and love what is real. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Rose. My beloved child. The chains that once held you in rumor have broken. You walk now on ground that no longer shakes beneath your name. Every shadow that mocked you has dissolved into powerless smoke. The world whispers differently about you today. No longer do they say, that one is surrounded by lies. Instead, they declare, that one is lifted by truth. Do you feel it, child? The air around you is lighter, the silence is cleaner, and the weight has fallen away. You survived what was designed to silence you. My beloved child. Justice has not only cleared your name, it has opened doors you never touched before. Invitations arrive with sincerity, not pity. The stage that once excluded you now waits with open lights. There is a table prepared in front of you with opportunities lined like golden cups. Contracts that were once delayed arrive swiftly, stamped with favor. Voices once silent now call you by honor. You are no longer the victim of gossip, you are the testimony of triumph. You are not the echo of betrayal, you are the sound of survival. My beloved child. The betrayer still sits in confinement, staring at the walls that echo only their own words. Their pride is broken into fragments too small to rebuild. Their voice, once loud, is now drowned in silence. But you, child, are not chained by their outcome. You rise above their consequence. You step forward into a tomorrow that does not carry their shadow. Do not fear their return to memory. Their place in your story is finished. You carry the pen now, and you choose what gets written next. My beloved child. The crown upon your life is brighter than before. You were tested in fire, and you emerged as pure gold. The storm did not sink you, it polished you. Every tear you cried has watered seeds you did not know you planted. Now those seeds are breaking the soil with blossoms of promise. You will sit under their shade sooner than you imagine. Do not doubt this shift. The evidence of your rise will be undeniable. Even your enemies will have no choice but to admit, this one is chosen. My beloved child. Your future holds movements bigger than your pain. Nations will hear your name with respect. Communities will welcome your presence like rain after drought. What was once hidden behind gossip will now shine in testimony. The story of your vindication will strengthen others. The lesson of your survival will guide those lost in betrayal. You are not only rising for yourself, you are rising for others who need proof that justice lives. You are walking as the evidence that heaven defends its own. My beloved child. There will be moments where you look back, and the memories will try to whisper. But remember, whispers cannot command you anymore. You belong to the roar of truth. Smile when you remember the storm, because it gave you the strength you never imagined. Walk boldly into new doors, because they were carved out of your pain. Speak with certainty, because silence has already been conquered. You are the chapter they cannot erase. You are the miracle that betrayal could not stop. You are the light that even sirens could not dim.